Hey y'all, I'm Allison Asarch from Nashville, Tennessee.
Hey, I'm Sean Fraser from the Ritzy Kids.
Hunters, this is Johnny from Rail Motor.
Hey, it's Shane from Blind Season.
Hey, it's Rob Stanier, and you can check out my music on all the streaming platforms.
Check out my latest music on all the streaming sites.
Check out my debut album on all streaming platforms.
Check out our new debut album.
Check us out on Spotify and Apple Music. And you're listening to our friends, Braggy and Curly.
And my favorite bands from Australia.
My two favourite podcasters,
Braggy and Curly.
Braggy and Curly.
On the
Unfiltered and Undiscovered podcast.
And Rossi.
So before we start the bass player appreciation page, let's get started, shall we? Hey there, everyone. It's welcome to episode 148 of the Unfiltered and Undiscovered podcast. We have a full board tonight. We have a fantastic band from Brisbane called The Local Romance. So how are you, boys? Thanks for joining us.
I'm waiting.
And, and of course, we have our regular co-hosts. We've got Rossi from Sydney and we've got Braggy from Adelaide. How are you, boys?
Excellent. A little bit cold, but yeah, very good.
It's a touch chilly here too, Braggy. It's a touch chilly.
Yeah. You look cold, Braggy.
I feel actually warm. It's because I'm down the back here in the thing and I haven't it's hard for me to get home on time on Wednesdays, and so I haven't fired up the stove, the potbelly stove, to keep it warm down the back here in the studio. But that's okay. It's not that bad.
So are you going to share your news on what's happening on this Friday? Is it this Friday?
Oh, Rail Motor. My band Rail Motor has got the album, the third single, coming out at 11 minutes past 11 on Friday morning. And then at 11:15, because there's 15 songs on the album's called 11, is the whole 15 songs come out. And there's a film there's a film clip for the new single called Waves. I sent it to you, Curly. I don't know if you got it. It's pretty funny. Every time I see it, it looks like it's Waxy, who's our 60-year-old who sings. It looks like he's got lost out of the old people's home and he's just wandering around on the beach. So you know how you see those clips of the guys on the beach, like, you know, Chris Isaac or someone on the beach singing those songs, or might be Shakira.
Yeah.
This is nothing like that. It's just an old guy, on a beach singing a song. But who knows? It might work.
So that's so this episode comes out this Friday. So by the time you're listening to this podcast,
you'd be competing with Rail Motor.
Rail Motor will be on all streaming platforms.
We would have gone viral by then.
And your definition of viral is quite a lot more modest than most people's definition of viral. But
remember, we're not Pocket Watch.
And Rossi, how you been? Any news from your end?
Look, no, I went to a rock show on Saturday night. I know that'll come as a surprise to you. Saw a band, a 90s band. It was peak 90s. I played a full house at the Factory Theatre in Sydney, a band called The Clouds.
Okay.
Oh. Yeah, and it was it was all very pleasant. It was very relaxed and laid back and, shoegazy, actually. But geez, the girls were good. Like, band. Yeah. They're a really good band, yeah. I haven't seen them in more than 30 years, I think.
I faintly remember that name. I don't think I can place it. Were they a bit like the Church, the girls? Kind of that sort
girls. Oh, they're a little bit more 90s, I reckon. 90s sort of like that shoegazy pop. But yeah, a couple of songs, Hieronymus, Say It. You had a couple of, Triple J hits, I think.
Yeah.
Around that era of the Falling Joys and the Hummingbirds and all those sort of bands.
And were you working there, Rossi, or you were just...
No. I just went down because I'd actually sourced a bass for the bass player.
Oh, okay.
Oh, because they're so important.
Yeah, well, they're nice people. And she needed a bass. So I thought I'd get her a bass. Yeah, she deserved it. It's very good, Curly. You got me.
All right, so... The other piece of news that I'll just share as well, Dr. Bombay, Sunday, June 9, at a pub that's not necessarily known for live music, I don't think. The Back Room at Chardon's Corner here in Brizzy. out Annalee Rockley Way from 1 to 6 p.m. So it's a nice little Sunday session for Dr. Bombay, Gary Slater, ex-Voodoo Lust.
Oh, yeah.
With their new single, of course, Do You Feel It? So
Great
it'll
song.
be good. Yeah, great song. And it'll be good to see Hound Dog and Gary on stage again.
Will be fantastic.
Yeah,
The old best mates.
absolutely. All righty, so let's introduce the band. We've got Zeph up the top. He's our lead singer. We've got Caelan there in the middle of the screen. He's our drummer. Unseen, but so important in every band is Matthew, the bass player. And then, of course, down the bottom, we've got Kyle, the guitarist. How are you, boys?
We're great, man.
Very good.
Braggy and I know how Matthew feels.
Matthew's holding everything together.
He is. He's probably working while we're online. Yeah, that's why he's put the camera on.
Yeah. I've got some emails up.
He's modest. Hey boys, usually they give me the first question, and I started off because I like to find out how you guys, when in your life music became a thing for you. You know, were your parents into it, so it was always there, or did you have to discover it yourself, or did your older brother give you some CDs, or how'd you get into it?
So who do
Go
you
top
want
to
to
bottom.
start?
Let's go, Zeph first.
Yeah, go top to bottom.
First, righto. Music. I guess I know my father always sang. Dad always sang. He was not professionally or anything. He just liked singing, and I guess that's probably where I got it from. And then I did all through high school. I did musical theatre, which was
nice.
Something it was something I was really into for a while. And then I guess I was learning instruments as I was going along, and went to uni to study music because I decided that's what I wanted to do. And I met these fellas, and we started a band.
Awesome. Caelan on the drums, hitting the pots and pans early.
Oh yeah, pretty early. I think it was primary school. I was in maybe grade 4. I was like 7 or 8. I just did like the school band program. And by the time I got to high school, my parents were like, "Oh, you're gonna do drums again," and I felt really bad. So I was like, "All right, I'll fucking do it." But then a year later, though, my teacher was really good, and I ended up really loving it, and decided, I'm just going to do this because I'm not really good at anything else. So pretty much just put all
I know how you feel, mate.
Put all my effort into that, and I made like this kind of roadmap, I guess. As soon as I got out of high school, I was like, all right, uni for a year, band, and then just work for, success, hopefully, maybe. That's pretty much it. Yeah. I mean, I didn't plan on it being this band, but I'm very, very happy that it is now because this is like way better than I thought it was going to be.
No
offense to these guys or anything, but it was a uni assignment. So I was kind of like, all right, I'll go in easy grade. And then, afterwards I was like, oh, this is cool. All right, I'll keep going.
I sense by your drumming, Caelan, that you're a bit more metal than these guys.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, definitely. A lot of my drumming is more oriented around, it's kind of a mix of metal, but with I like to add a lot of fusion elements in.
Yeah.
I just find that fusion drumming is very expressive. So I kind of find when you combine the two, it's just, I don't know, it's very creative. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very Danny Carey. Yeah. It's very, it's just very inspiring. And it's, I don't know, it's a little bit unique to just the whole 2 and 4, add a little bit of flavor to it.
Excellent. Matthew, when was music a thing for you?
Oh, in my family, my dad played a little bit of guitar. My brother picked that up from dad. And then I touched it a little bit when I was young, and then I just went, nope, I hate this. This is disgusting. Music, gross, ew. But I got into music around playing it in around 2018 after seeing some live shows, big production live shows, and then from there it's been I can do that. I could play big arena shows at some point, and it started in 2018. Now I'm here hanging out.
Mm.
Pretty much it.
Awesome. It's funny, isn't it? Like when you're young, especially if you get it forced on you, the music, you're like, oh fuck, I don't really want to do this. And then when you get to high school, and then all of a sudden you become cool because you play whatever instrument you play. Then you're like, oh, hang on a sec.
Exactly.
This
Exactly.
can work.
Pretty much what happened. Pretty much what happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Last but not least, Kyle.
Yeah, I think all through growing up, I kept asking my parents, like, oh, can I, pick up a guitar and start learning? And they put it off for like the longest time. They would have put it off for like 10, 12 years.
Wow.
Until finally they were like, you know what? He really wants it because he's still asking. And then and I got this like Yamaha guitar that I like stopped playing after like a month because I switched to electric guitar.
Yeah.
And that was just cooler at the time. But
yeah.
And then
Awesome.
that's pretty much it.
Excellent. We don't know much about you guys. I mentioned that pre-show. So obviously now it started as a uni project, did it?
Yeah. So we all met at uni, and for one of our assessments, we had to form a band and write a couple of originals, and then that's where Babylon formed initially, our first single that we released, and yeah, we kind of just decided after the assessment that we could keep doing this and progress forward, and so we then after our assessment we had our first out of uni gig as an official band a couple of months later, and haven't looked back.
That's awesome. I can tell, Zeph. I was mentioning before that Caelan, because I listened. You got the song, the one song, really. But Arctic Monkeys. Your voice is very Arctic Monkeys. I can hear that. Is everybody else laughing at that? Like, yeah, we know that.
Yeah, we've been told that a couple of times.
Just your phrasing. Just your phrasing.
It's funny because we're going out of our way to not be Arctic Monkeys after hearing that so much. So like,
well, the band doesn't sound like that. It's just his voice sounds a little like that. Yeah.
No, he has got a bit of Alex Turner in him, I will say.
Yeah.
I think it's like, I don't know. I hear a bit of like a British accent sometimes when Zeph sings.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if anyone knows Youngblood, but he sounds a lot like Youngblood sometimes.
Which is interesting because Australians usually, and I'm fucking worse for it, sound like Americans because that's the music you kind of grow up with a lot of the time. You don't hear a lot of people kind of have a little British accent.
Yeah.
I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, I have noticed that.
Pulling off an Ocker accent either. Just like
Amel and
like
the
chats
and the Cosmic Psychos. Just
I can't imagine that.
Funny you mentioned that because I was listening to Babylon just before, and then as Spotify does, it just moves to another of the same genre, and it was closely followed by the June
Rats.
Yeah, very Australian. So Spotify is at least gelling those two together. So
yeah, the AI is pretty good.
The algorithm's working. So yeah.
So who is it? Is it a complete collaboration to write the songs, or is someone a main songwriter? Someone do the lyrics, or someone do the music?
It's usually a pretty standard collaboration. We kind of someone will bring an idea and we all progress on it together.
I don't like it out. It'd be funny if we do this.
Yeah.
And that's how songs just get stupidly stupid.
Yeah. Look, we've had a lot of songs we've had to shelve for a while until we decide that we can work on them again.
Yeah, mature. Be mature about it.
Yeah, we it's pretty collaborative, I'd say. I mean, it's changed. The dynamics changed a lot with our songwriting since being at uni. It's not as much, or at least for me, it's not as much like writing in the room. It's more so like having a very very strong idea to bring in and something, I guess, more inspiring. Because at uni, we only had like 6 weeks to write like 3 songs, which is terrible. And then we'd have to do it again. So like even with Babylon, we pretty much just threw a bunch of random shit together, played it, and then after we started continuing outside of uni, I think we properly wrote a good song. A song that sounds more like a thing, not like something you threw together last minute because it's due tomorrow kind of thing.
Is that the
Yeah.
way the assignment went?
Um,
You were
I
just
would
chilling
say that was
until the
good.
day before.
Yeah. Not entirely, but a lot of
It'd
it
be like
was.
you'd spend like the first 4 weeks on one song and be like, this song is so good, and then we'd be like, we have another 3 songs to write.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. We have like one really strong one, then we get to performance and we'd be like, oh, I can't fully remember the other two, but let's just get up and see what happens.
Improvise. Let's see what happens.
That's all right. That's good practice. Have been under pressure writing songs. That's
So what's Babylon about? Talk us through the song.
Well, Babylon, I suppose, yeah, I kind of wrote the lyrics for Babylon. So I guess it plays on the whole idea of the fall of that ancient city of Babylon, I guess, and all of that. And it plays on that idea of, falling incredibly hard for someone and, deeply falling in love and just having it completely ripped away. And this something that's supposed to be unbreakable and, invincible can still be destroyed. What seemingly, is what's seemingly, unbreakable, invincible, like I said, can be crumbled to nothing. That's the kind of the idea anyway.
That's cool. I like the way you used Babylon and then Babel, Babble, Babylon. I don't know. You guys don't look like the guys that would listen to Lady Gaga, but she uses that same thing in one of her songs.
Does she actually? There you go.
I didn't know. My daughter pointed that out in the car
really?
on the way home this afternoon.
I did not know that. There you go.
That's all right.
Absolute
It's good.
opposite compared to Lady Gaga. Oh my god.
Fuck yeah, she's cool.
Yeah,
I love
dude.
her. So you guys gig around? Are we gigging regularly or?
We tried to.
Last year, a lot.
Yeah,
like last
a lot
year
of
was
gigs last
every
year.
week.
Did I see you guys got on the Good Things show?
Yeah, we did, yeah.
Was that competition?
It was, yeah. It was
Yeah.
the Battle of Bands competition that they put out. We were pretty lucky and we won that one. We put in a lot of effort to try and get to that, which was pretty awesome.
That's a good result.
Oh,
Playing in front of a good crowd.
Yeah.
Big production, all that sort of stuff set you up for all sorts of experience after that. That's a massive experience.
It's done a lot
awesome.
for us, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, got to meet half the bloody bands anyway, just walking around the artist section, which was pretty hectic. Happened to just have a casual conversation with people from Upper Vale and all sorts of those international bands and stuff that I come across.
Did you see a lift in your socials overnight?
What's that, sorry?
See a lift in your socials overnight?
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, a little bit.
It was kind of slow, I think, but I do think our growth wouldn't be as quick as it has been in the past few months if we didn't play the festival, though. Just because I guess the numbers went up not really with our supporters, but a lot more with opportunities for new shows, and now we've met a few other bands. We have a few more contacts under our sleeves. So I think the networking side, definitely we grew a lot overnight, but as far as socials though,
we had a little increase.
We saw a little bit. It was over the week.
There's one video that I found on YouTube of you guys live. So
yeah, probably. Yeah, I know there is one up there. I did a very
not that one, man.
Well, it was
oh no, Alibi. No,
it was
Alibi. That's it.
Yeah, it was.
Is that the one in the dress?
Yeah, that was one of our very first gigs. It was one of our very first.
I think it was our first gig.
Yeah, that was our first show.
Yeah,
that was the night before.
Nothing special. But yeah, something that we could throw out right at the start as we were, kind of building ourselves as a band, and
we had nothing to put out there, so we were like, oh, we have this, so that's something. I kind of wish it wasn't out now, but that's okay. It's good reminder of how much we've improved,
Yeah. So describe you guys on stage. What does it look like? What does it feel like? I've seen obviously we connected via TikTok. Your TikToks are quite energetic, and is the best way I can describe them. So, what's the local romance like on stage?
Oh, look, we try to be as energetic as possible. You know, it's when it's not just a, you know, we're not just putting on a gig, we're putting on a show. You know, that's the whole idea. That's the mindset we've got. We're always trying to, you know, make sure that the audience is having a great time, you know, and that we're having a great time, because that's the whole reason why we do it anyway. So I think, yeah, on stage, it just becomes, I mean, we're comfortable now on stage as a four. And I think we're comfortable knowing that each other, all of us know our parts, and all of us are, you know, talented musicians and quality musicians that we can perform gigs and perform shows with, you know, high energy and no real worries or nerves. I mean, everyone gets nerves, but yeah, you know.
Yeah, I think our big thing at the moment as well is like taking our, like Zeph said, taking our gigs from just being gigs to putting them like full shows. So we're definitely taking more like of a approach to, like, you know, we want people to be like, they transformed that like dive bar into like Suncorp Stadium for the night.
Yeah, that's, well, Zeph, you haven't, you know, theatre experience, then, you know, that's surely got to help with putting on a show.
Yeah, I mean, yes, I used to, well, when we first started, I used to wear dresses to almost every show, and I used to, that was my outfit, because it was
awesome.
Different, you know, it was a different character on stage. You know,
yeah.
A dress on, and I, you know, did eyeliner and stuff. I haven't done a lot of that recently, but I did the whole thing because I was like, yep, this is a different character on stage, and that made it more of a performance than just I'm singing for a band. You know what I mean?
So you don't do that no more?
Well, look, I've been talking about
idea.
getting back into it. I just got to find another dress. That dress went out of
fashion.
Well, actually, I stepped on it at one point on stage and like ripped the back half off of it. So I got to get another one, otherwise I'm going to be doing a very different kind of show.
Does your character have a name? I mean, obviously, you need a drag name.
Well, actually, no, I do. She doesn't have a. They don't have a name at the moment. No, I'll have to think of one. You know, like so.
All right. So I've got to ask the question: where did the name come from? The local romance.
My goodness.
I guess like I don't know. Who was it? Someone just randomly said you want to call the band Local Romance, and I think there was some argument of like, is it the Local Romance or just Local Romance? I personally was for just Local Romance, but here we are.
I think it was one of those, like, yeah, you know, we were the name got thrown out and all of us kind of went, yeah, you know, that works. That's cool.
Yeah.
And we play on the whole idea of romance with a lot of our songs. And we used to have, or we still do, bring roses to almost every show. Okay. You know, we have like roses on stage and that we throw into
the cool.
And
throw them at people.
Yeah, we throw roses at people and yeah,
hurt them.
I feel like a lot of our like antics on stage have been put on hold recently because we've been shifting our performance over at the moment from wedges to in-ears. So it's been a lot less running around doing weird shit and more just like deep fucking concentration, like lock you into the click. Like it's almost like recording a song but in front of like, you know, a couple of hundred people, or at least for me it is. I find myself just looking down the whole time, like for the past like 2 shows.
So you just shifted over to that. Just shift over to in-ears. That's an interesting production choice. I think it's a very smart one. So what do you say? You run a door in the background, so you got a click, have you?
Yeah. This is
probably explain this. Yeah.
Bass player, of course.
Yeah. We just run Logic with like the built-in meta events, and that's like essentially with a click, and then occasionally some intro tracks with some. If we have recorded stuff that we've done, we have actual tracks for it, but keeping it simple, you know, coming out of Logic into an interface.
So how much
about what sort of transmitters are you using?
We're wired right now, so we're doing it dirt cheap. We're using some Behringer P2s.
I've got a bunch of them. I've just built I just finished building a wireless in-ear system this week.
There we go.
16 channels, 16 channel splitter going into a XR18 and then 3 stereo transmitters. Spectacular. You like just invest in that, get it right. It'll make all the difference to your show. It'll just Zeph will be able to hear himself. You'll all be able to hear yourself.
I've noticed that. Yeah, these last couple of shows, I've just been like, holy shit! I can hear what's going on now.
It'll just raise the standard of your performance immediately. It's just and going forward, fallback wedges will disappear soon.
Yeah, but what's
in the next 5-10 years?
What's Kyle going to put his foot on when he does the solo?
Oh,
me. No fallback wedge.
Me. He'll put it on me.
Just have a prop. Just have a prop.
Yeah.
Like they get those grand pianos and drop a Nord in it, you know? Like it doesn't have to be a wedge. It just has to look like it's a wedge, you know?
Okay.
Yeah, right.
Fair enough.
Now that's very good. That's a really cool idea. But I can understand the stress level of if you're all wired, you're not going far, are you?
No.
Well, that's going to help with. That's going to surely help with the theatrical side of things too. Yeah.
Well, the whole reason we started doing it is because I think it was just to prevent like us rushing. We were playing songs like 10, 20 BPM faster and ran click once. I listened back and I was like, that sounds fucking great. So just like, no, we got to keep doing this. And I think once we get comfortable putting on like the tightest show we can, adding in everything else will just be easy.
It'll be easy.
Sorry. Yeah, I feel like it's also just like, you know, we don't want to come out of gigs and be like, you know, this gig wasn't as good as the last one. Like we weren't as tight as like last time, or like we were more tight than last time. Like we want every single gig to be as best that it can be. So
it's all about removing variants
and playing with the clickers. Yeah, that'll get you tight as. It's really, really good preparation for recording too, Curly. Rossi, what do you think?
Yeah.
Curly knows.
I know.
Sorry, Curly.
I know these young guys who played one song and they play at 183 BPM, but when they get excited, I saw them play it at 220 and I thought the whole thing was going to blow up. I'm like, it's going to blow. It's going to blow.
Wow, there you go.
All righty, guys. Before the show, I gave you a little warning about the Braggies trivia.
Oh, yes. I've got it.
Now is the time. So if you've got a pen and paper near you. So basically, we'll add your scores up as a group, and we'll see if you can beat Rossi.
I feel like I'm being bullied.
I've got a lot of paper, but
so this one, okay, boys. There's a couple of you. It's all right. Your parents are into music. You might still know some of these.
I'll go grab them if I need any help.
And a friend. I tried to put some newer stuff in here. I think I have.
Okay, so I'll be fucked then.
Right.
Well,
okay, you ready?
Let's send it.
Let's do it.
Okay, the first one is worth 3 points. And this is what I want to know. I want to know the real first names of these 3 famous Aussie rock and roll frontmen.
Okay,
Bon Scott from AC/DC. I want to know what his real first name is. Angry Anderson. You heard of him, boys?
Oh, yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Never heard.
And what about Shirley Strawn from Skyhooks?
Fuck.
That's all right. That's all right. There's questions for you guys. Don't worry.
I think half the fun of this expert is hearing the guests and their
What the fuck?
So I want to know the first.
And in their mind, they're thinking, "How old are these guys?"
Yeah, we're pretty old. So okay. The first name of Bon Scott, first name of Angry Anderson, and the real first name of Shirley Strawn.
So I think I've got 1 out of 3.
Yeah. Okay, you got 1 out of 3. That's all right. It's not supposed to be easy. It's not a freaking.
No.
You know, it's supposed to be hard. I want you to see how many of Silverchair's 5 albums you can name. Name as many. They made 5 albums, Silverchair. I really like all of them.
I can't name.
See how many of them you can name. Then you get 1 point for each.
I can only name them.
Did someone say easy? Between the four of you, you must be able to get 5.
That's a kind of a younger question.
Kind of.
No, I don't listen to music. It's crazy.
It's this millennium.
Yeah.
I love this band, but I can't. Some of their albums, I just know the cover. I don't know the name.
That's all right. That's all right. There's no prize. Okay, question 3. Which one of these Aussie bands has not won a Grammy Award? In Excess, AC/DC, the Bee Gees, Wolfmother, or Men at Work? In Excess, AC/DC, the Bee Gees, Wolfmother, or Men at Work? Which one of those Aussie bands has not won a Grammy?
I think with some of them, it's the more obvious one that hasn't. So,
Okay, question 4, Brisbane boys. What band's lead singer is the voice of Bluey's dad in the popular kids cartoon show? Come on, you know the guy.
I know.
Bluey's dad. I love that fucking show.
I know the bands.
You know the band. That's what you have to do. The band. You, just need you don't need the guy's name, just the band.
Oh, true.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
That's 4. Question 5. What sort of vehicle were Men at Work traveling in when they met a strange lady?
I know that one.
That's easy.
I got this one. 1 point. 1 point.
And have we lost Braggy? Just
No, I'm back now. I'm back.
Yeah.
Are you back, Braggy? We lost you there for a sec. Yeah.
So did you get that, boys? What sort of vehicle was Men at Work traveling in when they met a strange lady?
Yeah.
That made them nervous. Okay. What instrument made by First Australians consists of a flat piece of wood tied to a length of cord and swung over your head to make that sound? You know what that's called?
No.
I should.
See, first peoples all around the world, I think the American Indians made the similar sort of thing.
I mean,
Okay, question 7.
Oh, we're going. Oh, geez, we're going all the way.
Yeah.
We've got 10 questions. Question 7.
Okay.
Beside what river was the city that shares its name with the local romance's first single built?
Ooh.
Zeph, you should know this one.
Beside what river?
So what river?
Yeah, beside what river is the song is Babylon built? There you go. How fucking nerdy is that question?
I know this one. That's funny.
The local romance ball.
That's good. That's clever.
Two more questions. Question 8 is, what band does Amy Taylor front? What Australian band does Amy Taylor front?
No idea who Amy Taylor is.
And the last one is
that number 9?
What? This is number 9. Yeah, number 9. Yeah.
So are we doing 9 or 10, Braggy?
Only 9.
Okay.
Good. Just checking.
I ran out of time to do 10. I couldn't think of it. It gets harder every week to think of fucking 10 questions. Okay. This one should be right at the boys' alley. Okay. Name the 4 original members of the Wiggles. And I don't want just the first names.
Shit.
Okay.
That makes it so hard.
What?
I got 1.
Well, of course
We
we're all
actually
gonna get one.
played a gig with one of them and his band last year. So
Awesome.
Truly.
yeah,
Soul
we did it.
Soul Movers.
The Soul Movers. Yeah.
Well, I met one of them on a plane. I was sat right next to him, and he wasn't asleep.
There you go.
So
no
might have
need to wake him up.
I used to love the Cockroaches. That's
Yeah.
I supported them in Townsville at the
They
same
were so much fun live. And
the Cockroaches, yeah. Okay,
All right.
boys, ready for the answers?
Yeah, right.
Mark it. We'll see who gets the most. Okay, it was Bond's real name is Ronald Scott.
What?
Yeah.
Ronald Belford Scott. Actually.
Fuck off.
Oh, here we go.
Fuck off, Rossi. It's the middle name as well. Angry Anderson is Gary Anderson.
Gary.
And it was Graham Strawn. Graham
All
Strawn.
right.
Graham, right.
So 1 from 3.
5 Silverchair albums in order is Frog Stomp, Freak Show, Neon Ballroom, Diorama, and Young Modern. I love that album. That's a fucking great album. Which of these Aussie bands did not win a Grammy? That was In Excess.
Oh.
Never won a Grammy.
I actually went for AC/DC because
No, they won one, but I think theirs is for. I can't remember exactly, but they did win one. Custard.
Yeah, hard rock.
Yeah.
Custard is
Dave
the band
McCormack.
that Dave McCormack comes from. What a legend. Men at Work were travelling in a Friday out combi. I'll just take combi's fine.
Yeah.
It's called a bull roarer. A bull roarer is the thing that
I
Aboriginals use, mate.
Yeah.
Just imagine hearing that like really ancient ago with the Didge as well. Fuck. Unbelievable. The Euphrates is where Babylon is built. Euphrates, yeah. Runs through Baghdad. Amel and the Sniffers.
Yep.
Amy Taylor's band. Fuck, have you heard their new song? It's killer.
Yeah.
You heard the new song? You heard it, Rossi?
Yeah.
It's really good. They've gone a little bit more poppy with that one.
A little bit of synth in there I could hear too. I was a bit worried about that.
Yeah, a little bit of synth bass, but it's all right.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Bit of parallel to like Blondie. You know how Blondie kind of started really punk and then they went a little bit poppy and
Disco.
That's when they went big. Yeah. It's got a good vibe to it. And the 4 members of the Wiggles is Greg Page, Murray Cook, Jeff Fatt, and Anthony Field.
There you go.
Yes.
Damn.
There you go. My job is done for another week.
How'd you go, boys?
Is it 1 point each?
Oh, not as well as I hoped I did.
It'll be maximum 3 for the first question and 5 for the second question and 4 for the last one. Maximum.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, right.
Go on, Rossi. What's the one to beat, Rossi?
Can I tell you what my number is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
16.
Oh.
Shit. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 15, 16 out of 18.
Yeah.
Wow. What didn't you get?
I didn't get In Excess.
Right.
And I didn't get the Bull Roarer.
Right.
Yeah.
So, Zeph, how many did you get?
4.
Caelan?
All right.
Yep, also 4.
4.
Kyle.
So,
I got 3.
Matthew. Come on, Matthew.
2.
Oh.
13.
So, boys, what have you got? Oh, your set. Have you got how big is your set like list? How many, or do you just throw in a few covers as well? Like, are you just like a 1 set band, 2 sets?
It's usually like 40 for a 45-minute set. We normally play 7 or 8 originals and then
8 or
1
9.
cover.
8 or 9.
We tend to just start the set a couple of weeks out and then just rehearse the set.
What sort of covers are you doing?
We only do one at the moment.
Beatles.
Yeah.
We've done the Beatles. We've done Harry Styles. We've done
Arctic Monkeys.
We've done Arctic Monkeys.
Much to my chagrin, yes. We've done
You'd have to knock that on the head, surely, Caelan.
I hate that it sounds good when we play their songs too. Like, the worst part is we actually do sound like Arctic Monkeys when we play Arctic.
You don't really sound like Arctic Monkeys.
Show. The Australian Arctic Monkeys show. There's a market there for that.
No.
Well,
I do love Arctic
Monkeys. If all else
fails,
it is
maybe.
flattering.
Yeah. Okay, so that means there's more songs to be recorded. What's the deal? What's happening?
Yes.
Is there an EP?
Well, actually, I was recording drums yesterday.
We are in the middle of a second single at the moment.
Cool.
So that should be out within the next couple of months.
Do we get an exclusive of what the name of that is?
That one will be called Your Valentine.
Dude.
Oh, no, I wasn't allowed to do that. Shit.
Well, no, you were not, but okay, that's fine.
Apologize.
See how I got the scoop, boys? See?
I didn't think he was actually going to say it, and then I was like, oh shit, it's too late.
Oh shit, he said it. Yeah. Hey, Rossi, obviously you've listened to Babylon. Your thoughts?
Yep.
I'd be interested in your thoughts on the song.
Look, when they dug into the riff, I really enjoyed that, and it was a little bit. Funnily enough, it was a little bit of that Sabbathy sort of riffy feel.
Yes.
Yeah.
Little semitone.
Today it was just kind of ironic today that I've got a Sabbath t-shirt on, but like it was a little bit heavier than I was expecting with a band like the Local Romance, a name like that. I kind of dug that, had a little bit of a, because I like my rock a little bit heavier, actually. Yeah, and I like that. I think it's pretty modern, fresh. So how'd you record it? Was that part of like your uni course, or did you go into a studio and do it elsewhere?
No, that one we went into a studio and recorded it at a studio. It was called Hunting Ground Studio in America, in Queensland. And yeah, so we just went in. We met the guy that we met our producer at a couple of shows. He also plays in a couple of bands that we're good mates with now. So we met him.
Is his name?
Yeah, John O'Froud, that's his name, Jonathan Froud. He's brilliant. He does a very good job, and we were in and out. He was very quick with it and made it a very easy process for our first time in the studio. So, yeah.
Awesome.
How long did it take you to do that?
Oh, it was three or 4 days to get it all done.
It was 3 days all up.
3 days. 3 days. Yeah. So yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's you're right, Rossi. When I was going to mention that it did sound a little bit like Sabbath with the little semitonal old school metal, but it's still really Aussie. I always go back to that, but it's still really Aussie rock, even with all those other influences in there.
I was taken by the tape wind down at the end. I thought that was a very nice touch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was something that was kind of decided in studio. We all kind of went, yeah, it'd be cool if we just like.
Something feels different. There's a sparkle in your eye. I haven't seen it in a minute. What are you trying to hide? Changing names on your phone, keeping things close to your chest. You gotta change your passcode. It wasn't something I could easily forget. I wish I knew someone as good as you at breaking hearts out of the blue. I fell for you like Babylon. I guess you didn't fall that hard. You knew what you were doing. You left my heart in a ruin. I fell for you like Babylon. Now all I do is Babylon. You knew what you were doing. I'm the fool that fell for you like. Should have expected it. You always loved a good lie, but I never would have guessed it. You always knew how to make me smile, but all of it was just you faking. And I was so caught up in myself, I didn't see that you were fucking him and fucking me and fucking her as well. I wish I knew someone as good as you and breaking hearts out of the blue. I fell for you like Babylon. Guess you didn't fall that hard. You knew what you were doing. You left my heart in a ruin. I fell for you like Babylon. Now all I do is Babylon. You knew what you were doing. I'm the fool that fell for you like. I fell for you. knew what you were doing. You left my heart in a ruin. I fell for you like Babylon. All I do is Babylon. You knew what you were doing. I'm the fool that fell for you like Babylon. Yes, you didn't fall that hard. You knew what you were doing. You left my heart in a ruin. I fell for you like Babylon. All I do is Babylon. You knew what you were doing. I'm the fool that fell for you like.
That's
Yeah.
cool. Yeah. Kept my attention all the way to the end.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm taking a little
speaking-
bit. Oh no, sorry.
No, you're right, Caelan.
Oh yeah, I was saying this second single's taken a little bit longer than Babylon. I think we're spending a lot more time on this one. So hopefully the fine tooth comb can go over this one a little bit more. And I think this one's going to be a lot. I don't know, a lot more explosive. I think people are going to dig this song a lot.
It's an exponential curve you're learning in the studio. The first time you go in, you're sort of glad to get to the end of it, and the second time you go in, you're much more prepared.
Oh yeah, way more prepared. Yeah, I mean, I think we're just like taking our time a lot more with this one to put in a lot more. I don't know, give a lot more input. I feel like with our first one, we kind of weren't really sure what we wanted out of a studio song, but I think now we know kind of how songs can change a lot more, and I guess working with our producer as well a lot more to because we've switched producers for this one as well, so I think working with him a lot more has been I don't know, I think it's just going to be a very different sound for us. I feel like a lot of people aren't going to expect what we've come up with, considering how many times we played this song live before, and it's changed pretty dramatically.
Cool.
Songs grow on the road though. Like you play them a lot live, and it's like that. Carpentry, and you're knocking off the rough edges, and you're smoothing things out, and you get the flow right, and the audience gives you immediate feedback, right?
Yeah,
that's
a lot
it.
of feedback in the first one, like, it's the breakdown isn't breakdowny enough. Is my favorite.
Then I came in and
and then
made it super breakdowny.
Yeah, this next.
So you've had
breakdowny enough.
Yeah, I like that. You've had 10,000 streams on Spotify for Babylon. Has that surprised you?
Whoa!
That happened just recently. That was pretty. It was pretty awesome when we saw that click through. It was pretty. One of those moments like, oh shit, how good, how exciting. That's a bit of fun. So yeah,
that's good.
Yeah,
So all the money you'll make from that, you'll be able to buy a packet of strings.
Yeah.
Not even that, man. I'm going down to my local servo, grabbing a Mars bar. I think that's all I can probably get from that.
Maybe a bag.
Yeah, I understand. Well, Railmate has been saving up for a 6-pack. So,
you aim high, Braggy. Aim high.
Carton.
So, as 4 members of the band, are your musical influences similar, or have you sort of melted into this? Everyone's got different influences, and it's just melted into who you are.
I think they're pretty different for the most part, or at least they were very different when we first started. I feel like I've kind of ruined this guy's influence and this guy's influence.
We definitely all had different tastes when we started. I used to listen to bloody like pop and R&B when I first started at uni before I seriously met these guys.
Aren't you lucky you met Caelan?
Yeah, right. And now I jam out to Bring Me the Horizon and Falling in Reverse almost every day. So things, obviously things change a fair bit. But yeah, I think we still bring different influences in with our previous experiences. I've got me being my theater background, I tend to bring in some more, I guess, piano or I suppose melodic elements to that whole idea of harmonies and all that kind of stuff. And we all have different tastes. I know Matthew brings in all of his bass stuff. You know, we tend to write our own instruments parts, bass stuff. Yeah, he's got he can tell you all about it.
It's just rude, Matthew, isn't it?
He doesn't even care about my massive pedal board. Come on.
I think.
Hey, you know what? But you know what? That's really good. If your tastes vary quite a bit, I think that you got more of a chance of coming up with something really original. Would you say, Rossi?
Yeah. Well, like it sounds like you're kind of like put together by chance, right?
It might take a little longer to find what that sound is, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we were put together a little bit by chance. Oh,
is there anything that you all like go, yeah, that's one we like?
No, I don't think so. Oh, maybe
I'm going to say no from that answer.
That's good though.
Yeah, look, we all listen to similar band. Like now we listen to similar bands, but we still all have our own individual tastes. So.
Yeah, I feel like there is certain bands where we're just like, yes, that's the one.
Yeah. Well, as long as it's your own songs, you get the good vibe from all of you. That's good.
So gigs coming up, guys.
Yeah, one in a couple of weeks. If I check my calendar,
it's over 2 weeks now.
We've been lucky enough to kind of partner with Destroy All Lines for the most part.
Right. Yeah, good score.
We've been getting a few support slots with Destroy All Lines gigs coming up to Brisbane, which has been exciting.
We're playing with Tapestry in a couple of weeks. We played with them at Good Things actually. So very cool opportunity. Really very nice guys.
Yeah,
really good.
It's a good result. Very good result.
Excellent. So the next single will be out when?
July. Yeah,
we're dropping the release time frame too. We're dropping everything
somewhere around the middle of the year.
Yeah, it'll probably be July soon. I reckon it was supposed to be June, but we had some minor setbacks, so probably July.
Okay, we want to make the song perfect too.
Sure.
Yeah, just like I think as well, like moving into the cold season now, everyone's getting a bit sick, so it's getting a bit more complicated now to meet up without infecting our singer up here. Don't want this guy to get cold.
I've been spending all of my time at home. All of my friends are telling me that they're getting sick, and I have just not left the house in weeks. I'm trying my hardest to make sure that we get this recording done before I can go, get infected like the rest of us.
That's a theatre thing too. I remember having done a couple of little bit in the band, a few types of theatre. They're like, everybody stay home. We don't want anybody, especially the leading man.
I've got my little steamer. I'm drinking tea all the time. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So, and of course, we've added Babylon into the Unfiltered and Undiscovered playlist on Spotify. So, people will have heard that song while we've had this podcast playing. So, where's the best place for people? Like I found you on TikTok. Is that the best place, or is there other places that people should?
TikTok and Instagram is where we do most of our content promotion. That's the best place. We're the local romance on everything. So you'll find us. Yeah, people can find us everywhere. They just search the local romance. Yeah, music wise, I guess streaming. We're on pretty much every streaming service. So. Yeah, I mean, obviously your main ones like Apple Music and Spotify will definitely be there. Yeah, of course.
I'd say mainly Instagram for socials. I think that's like our main kind of one. Although to be fair, I don't have TikTok, so I don't know. But pretty sure Instagram is the main one.
Got to be on the top of the TikTok.
Yeah,
it's too much social media for me, man.
Yeah,
I can't do TikTok.
Yeah, and unfortunately, it's a fact of life to build your following nowadays. It's a necessary evil.
Yes, it is nowadays.
I'd download TikTok just to promote like on the band, but I wouldn't get it for myself though. I feel like I'd get too like attached to it. I'd just be scrolling forever. Just
doom scrolling.
Yeah,
doom scrolling.
I'm terrible with that enough as it is. TikTok would just be like, oh, I'm getting bored of this. Switch to the other one.
Now what it's called is doom scrolling.
Doom scrolling. That's
I love it. I love it. That's a line in the song.
So you know where you got it from, Braggy?
Yeah. So Rossi, do you have a backstage story for us?
Oh,
jeez. Oh, look. Okay. I hadn't really thought of one, but then I was thinking, it's nearly tennis time, isn't it? Like Wimbledon's around the corner, isn't it?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. And okay, well, down in a place.
Summer in Europe.
I was working for a rock and roll band, funnily enough.
Which one? Come on, we need names. No.
I think, yeah, actually, I'm 99% sure it was the Hitmen.
Right.
Okay.
Yep. There was this venue in Melbourne called Chasers, and it had a night called Hard and Fast. And on Thursday night, it was a funky disco, and on Thursday night it was rock and roll night, and people came from all over Melbourne to go and see rock and roll bands. And a lot of bands I work for would go through it on a Thursday night. It's good to pick up a Thursday night show when you're touring, and we played Chasers. So the backstory is our lighting guy, Lethal, as he was known, we're doing a show in Sydney the week before. He was coming off a ramp and he fell off and he snapped his leg. So he couldn't travel. But he had with him his mascot, the lighting guy's mascot, which was a plastic T-Rex about this big, who was called Rex. He was hollow. He had a gaff jacket with a Jack Daniels label on the back. So Rex was very popular. So what we would do is at the just the last thing you do before the band went on stage, we'd put Rex in the middle of the drum riser, right? So the whole show's set to go. Set lists are out, towels, drinks, everything, and then ceremoniously I'd go and put Rex in the middle of the riser, and the band knew it was time to go on. Anyway, the band would do Godzilla by the Blue Oyster Cult, and the singer would fill it with beer and put the beer and froth out the mouth into the front row, and it's pretty good fun, right? So
there you go.
So yeah,
idea, Zeph.
Rex was an important part of the touring thing, and we'd take photos of Rex, and we'd send letters back to Lee saying Rex is having a good time. He's enjoying himself here at Chasers, or he's enjoying himself down at the Rocks in Adelaide, and because Lee was at home with his broken leg. Anyway, we've played this show, and I've rushed the band to the dressing room after they've come back, and I've come back to the stage and Rex is gone. And of course I'm very upset. I'm emotionally distraught because Rex is missing. So then I've looked across and there was Rex at the bar. He'd been lifted off the stage by Pat Cash, the tennis player. Who'd been standing side stage and saw Rex and decided it was his. So he went on and stole that. So I then went over and in no
Pat,
uncertain
he was a bit
terms,
of a wild boy, Pat, in the day,
he was.
Yeah.
And in no uncertain terms, I let him know that it was not appropriate behaviour, and Rex was returned to his right block. And he came back on. Rex finished the rest of the tour.
Oh, good.
Oh,
there you go.
And Pat Cash went on to win Wimbledon.
He did. He went on to win Wimbledon, but I got the dinosaur.
That's a good story, Rossi.
Always fantastic.
That is so funny.
So any final questions, Braggy?
I don't think so. Are you going to do just singles, boys, or have you thought about doing an EP? Or because it's all new to everybody, kind of still at the moment. The way the streaming
we got
model.
Plans. We
got a strategy.
Plans. I'm just going to say that before someone says something, but we got plans.
We got plans in the works.
It's Caelan is the head of ASIO. You can't let any secrets out.
The reason Caelan got the centre spot,
Yeah.
That's right.
So note to self: next time we'll invite Zeph and leave Caelan out.
Yeah.
So we can get all the scoop.
Sorry, guys. I'm too mysterious. I can't have everyone knowing my shit.
So, Zeph, tell us what the band's going to be doing for the next 12 months.
So basically, what's happening?
Yeah, Zeph, what's the secret to your sound?
That's a brilliant question, Braggy. I wish I could tell you.
Good work. Singers are all the same. They're so easy. They're so easy.
There's a story there, Zeph, and you should not have said that because we will not hear the end of that.
we do have plans for that.
How many times is that now, boys, that I've been told that it's a brilliant question?
Yeah, you are.
Three? It's three, I think.
Well, thankfully someone does ask good questions. Sorry, Zeph, you can answer now, mate.
Hey, no, that's look. We got plans for the future. We've got things coming up. Obviously, I clearly have said too much already. So
we have a big end of year. Let's just
we do have a big end of year coming.
Cool.
And we've got things organized.
Well, make sure you come back on. Curly reaches out when you've got something else happening.
Keep us in the loop.
Keep us in the loop.
Yeah,
absolutely. All right, so check them out. They're the Local Romance. They're on Spotify. Their links will be in the show notes as always. Fantastic episode. Thank you all for joining in. If you have enjoyed the episode, please like and subscribe wherever you're listening to it. If you've loved the episode, please leave a review because the more positive reviews you get, the more the algorithm likes us and people can find our podcast. We're on YouTube, Facebook, and TikTok. We've got our website, unfilteredundiscovered.com. We've added the Local Romance Babylon to our playlist on Spotify, the Unfiltered and Undiscovered playlist. And lyrics from the playlist comes from one of my favorite bands from the mid to late 80s. And of course, I'm talking about the Screaming Tribesmen. I don't know where she came from. She just didn't say, but we're going down to the graveyard at the finish of the day. She dresses up in black and wears a red rose in her hair. I know she is a demon, but somehow I just don't care. Thank you all for tuning in, and we will see you all again next week. Bye for now. Thanks, boys.
Thanks, guys.
Bye. Thanks for having us.
I'm waving again.
I don't know where she comes from, she just wouldn't say. But we're going down to the graveyard at the finish of the day. She dresses up in black and wears a red rose in her hair. I know she is a demon, but somehow I just don't care. I got a date with a vampire girl tonight. I got a date with a vampire girl tonight. I got a date with a vampire girl tonight. Tonight. I'm gonna dance with her at midnight underneath the full moon. And before the daylight shines, she'll hold me close inside her tomb. She kisses me so tender as I fall under her spell. She makes me feel so good, I think I'll follow her to hell. I got a date with a vampire girl tonight. I got a date with a vampire girl tonight. I got a date with a vampire girl. She's alright. Yeah, she's alright.
like you in the corner. So Zeph Zeph AFL.
Yeah, man, I'm a Lions supporter. Yeah.
Oh shit, sorry.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So am I. They're having a shit year, aren't they?
Yeah, not doing so well. Yeah.
Caelan.
Yeah.
My daughter's ex-boyfriend was exactly the same spelling. Caelan. Interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely a spelling, all right.
It was him.
Very rarely can anyone pronounce
There
my
he
name.
is.
There he is.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a good mullet.
So freshly cut, isn't it, dude?
That's
like yesterday.
That's a
it's
cracker.
shorter than it was.
Yeah, you should have seen before.
So I was trying to explain how this show sort of goes, but often it just goes. So it goes off on its own track.
It just goes.
Yeah. And don't worry about language because we certainly don't. So if you drop the F-bomb, we're not gonna edit it out. We're not gonna blush. It's just a
Any more F-bombs than last week.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh,
He
out
was
of control.
fantastic. He was out of control. That's good.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Try
We
not
had
to be
the
that
sex.
bad.
Yeah, we had the sex guys last week, and
Yeah, from the Gold Coast.
Yeah, from the Gold Coast. Yeah.
It was full on. We just let him go. So us old blokes couldn't keep up.
No, it's good.
Alrighty. So let me just get this straight. Zeph's lead singer.
Yep.
Caelan's drummer.
Yep.
Matthew is the bass.
Yep.
And that makes Kyle the guitarist.
Yeah.
Right. All four. So I can't see Matthew, but Matthew's there.
Yeah, I'm here. I don't have a webcam. I'm kind of.
That's okay.
I'm kind of broke. I've got a whole gaming desktop right now, and I'm just on that right now. So.
So we're just gonna edit in a picture of a goat or something.
Yeah.
Goat works.
Put anything there. I wouldn't care.
It's all been about goats with you all week, hasn't it, Curly? Goatzilla.
Yeah. It's but yeah, sorry, we were talking about the chooks, weren't we? Is that why you wanted to talk about goats? So chooks are going all right still.
Yeah, they are. They are actually. We'll see how it goes. This will play North Queensland.
Yeah, you'll flog them.
Come on, Cowboys.
I would say
I think the Roosters
34 points.
The Roosters got about 200 blokes out though.
Yeah, Teddy's going to be furious, mate. So he'll have a blinder. So
he'll carry him on his back.
100%. So and Norwood at top of the ladder.
Oh, how good! Top of the ladder here, and this Sunday, I'm going because we're playing the guys who we were equal top with last week, who we played and we beat. They fell all the way to 4th, and so this week we're playing the team in 2nd.
Okay.
Which is Woodville West
Too
Torrens.
easy. All right.
The Eagles.
And so Zeph's a Lions supporter. Caelan gets into Origin, but that's about it. Queensland or New South Wales, Caelan?
Queenslander.
Kyle,
Queenslander for sure.
Queenslander.
Are you into Queenslander?
Not really. I like to support the Wars when I can.
Oh, okay. The Warriors, yeah. And Matthew?
Oh, I don't touch it. I'm
yeah. So Rossi's the only grub here.
Yeah, he's the only blue still.
If you want to get into the technicality of it, I'm technically a Blues supporter.
And you're the bass player, right, Matthew?
Yep, bass player.
Because the bass player is always the most important member of every band.
Exactly.
I'm just here to tell you.
And the smartest. And the smartest, always.
Well, that's always been my experience. I'm here to tell you.
Always.
Same here, Rossi. We just don't get any
Before-
girls.